You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hello there, and welcome back to the official Deaf Crocodile Podcast. My name is Ryan Verrill, the host of this show, and as you can tell from the abbreviated runtime of this episode, we sort of decided to take the month of December off from a new fancy, long-winded discussion giving you information about the new release from Deaf Crocodile going on sale on the last Friday of the month, which will be Friday, December 27th. We have a lot of stuff in the works right now, and with trying to get schedules coordinated for December, it was just not quite within our realms of possibility. So without leaving you, blank for the month to have nothing, I wanted to go over our new title for the month, which is The Cathedral of New Emotions. This is going to be available to pre-order on December 27th. We'll be shipping at the end of January. The actual release date will be listed as Tuesday, January 28th. And this film is a wild one. So The Cathedral of New Emotions is from 2006. And as the copy says, it is on a short list with Belladonna of Sadness and Fantastic Planet as one of the most surreal, psychedelic, and truly cosmic animated features ever made. German director Helmut Herbst, utterly insane, The Cathedral of New Emotions follows a commune of Berlin stoners and intellectuals who get set adrift in space in 1972 in a packing container clutched in a giant flying hand. Various space flotsam smashes into the windshield, enormous insects, Mighty Mouse, a Birdman from Flash Gordon, while hypnotic krautrock drones in the background moaning, "Where am I?" and a naked man bounces up and down off a massive red pepper. So begins our descent down the psychotic rabbit hole of Cathedral, a true hallucinogenic space freakout if there ever was one. Imagine Ralph Bakshi animating an R-rated version of John Carpenter's Dark Star or Pink Floyd's Astronomy Domain. In other words, set the controls for The Heart of the Sun, narrated by the ship's Dr. Quistard in the same synthesized voice everyone uses. The crew includes the female commander, Bakunskaja, with long gray hair and a pink hippie frock, lizard-tongued head of security Dirksen, and James and Jones, a pair of red-headed and often bare-breasted twins. The crew spend their days staring into the pulsating light of the fusion reactor, wondering about the outcome of the Vietnam War or bemoaning their sexual inertia. Do you know what an erotically stale situation is? Eternal lust and unspeakable horror, all empty promises. Their descent into moral and political lethargy is interrupted by the arrival of a very attractive young man, Mulligan, who's discovered in their monthly supply shipment from the discount store. Eventually, this screwy crew of seriously baked stoners find themselves searching for the enigmatic Matthew Madsen, a Yeti-like wild man who may be the mysterious astronaut who first convinced them to embark on their deranged odyssey. Visually, the film is like no other, filled with holographic blue phallus plants and characters morphing into gray fleshy blobs every time they pass a black hole, constantly disrobing and attempting to seduce each other. And despite the random nudity, the crew members are weirdly androgynous, as if genders are becoming meaningless. The dialogue is equally bizarre, littered with cryptic sound bites. Did you know that neutrons can smile? I think you were just fiction. And the film's mantra, my eyes are cast down in awe. The movie's genesis is equally strange, based on a 1974 film by Herbst called Die Fantastische Welt des Matthew Madsen. Cathedral was finished after a decades-long gestation in 2006. Herbst passed away in 2021. One of the rarest and most obscure titles in world animation and never before officially released on physical media anywhere. Cathedral has been newly restored from the original camera negative and sound elements by Deaf Crocodile with the cooperation of Herbst's wife, Renate Merck. As far as special features, we have one called Container Interstellar from 2001. This is where we get director Herbst's animated sci-fi short with characters that would be more fully explored in Cathedral of New Emotions. This is also newly scanned for this release. We get a fascinating short documentary featuring interviews with Herbst and clips from his acclaimed experimental films made for nonprofit German Arts TV and newly translated for this release that is 25 minutes long. We get a new commentary by film historian Rolf Giesen, new visual essay by experimental filmmaker and film scholar Stephen Brumer. There is Blu-ray authoring by David Mackenzie of Fidelity in Motion as usual. New art by Beth Morris. Our deluxe edition has that slipcase featuring new design by Beth Morris, a 60-page illustrated book, a new essay by film programmer Alexander McDonald, and a new essay by film critic Walter Cha as usual. Now, a couple of the bigger pieces of information. This is one of the first limited edition titles that will be limited to only 1,000 units. This may be selling out faster, so if you are interested in this title, you may want to pick this up sooner than later. The other big thing is the standard edition has seen a price decrease on the MSRP. These are now going to be listed as $29.95 MSRP, so you can get the standard for as low as $22.95 on the Deaf Crocodile website and on Diabolic DVD. This is exciting moving forward as it opens up other people to be able to purchase these at a lower rate, and we hope you enjoy this one. As usual, we will be returning with another commentary episode in just a couple weeks, and we will talk to you again at the end of January for another big episode with all of us, and perhaps even a special guest. Thank you for all the support in 2024, and here's to a wonderful 2025 from your favorite label with the hearing impaired reptile. Have a good one, and Happy New Year.
Thank you for listening. To hear more shows from the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, please select the link in the description